from Seattle.
Good evening.
Good evening, Bhagwan. Bhagwan, you are a very funny master. Why do I keep getting the feeling that you are playing a joke on everyone? And if you are, how would I know?
That is the funniest part of it. A joke can never be explained. Either you get it or you don't get
it. Could you give me some help?
That's the beauty of a joke.
Does that mean that it is a joke?
Everything is a joke. Because to me, life is not a serious affair. It is playfulness. It is fun. It is overflowing energy of existence. For no reason, for no purpose. For no goal, for no end. Just for the sheer joy of it. This whole universe is just a big joke. That's why it cannot be explained. There have been so many philosophers, theologians, trying to explain it. They all have failed. For the simple reason because it is not something that can be explained. Either you get it or you don't get it.
Okay. Bhagwan. Somehow Rajneeshpuram doesn't feel like a city to me. If you came to visit me in Seattle, I wouldn't search you or have my dog sniff you. Why do you have your people search me and have the dog sniff me? I don't understand this.
It is a mystery school. It is no ordinary city. It is illegal city.
Illegal?
So we have to take care of everything.
What do you mean when you say it's an illegal city?
The Oregon Attorney General declares it illegal city. And now he wants to prove it. And we have to protect it. And we have to search everybody who comes in. Because his plan is to plant things inside and to prove that we are doing illegal things. We are not going to be so gullible. And when I said that it is a mystery school, if you enter in a special kind of university, academy, you have to fulfill few requirements. For example, I don't allow any drugs inside. In Seattle, you must be allowing. The dog is not sniffing you. He is sniffing the drugs. And unless you are carrying drugs, you will not feel offended. The dog only sniffs something wrong. It is perfectly right. He protects the commune from drugs, from bombs, from people carrying poisons. And there have been so many threats every day. That they would burn the whole city, that they will kill all the sannyasins. So many phones, so many letters. We go on giving all those to the police. It is enough to prove that we need some kind of protection, and the government has not provided any. It seems the government is on the side of those people who are giving threats. Perhaps behind those people are the politicians who are in the government. Then naturally, everybody has a birthright for self-defense. And we are not harming anybody. We are just searching in case you are going to plant something inside the commune, and tomorrow we are responsible for it. So this is a simple method to avoid it.
Bhagwan, it seems as though most of the bombs and poison came from people who live inside the commune, not people from the outside. Why don't the dogs sniff sannyasins too?
They sniff everybody, but the problem was I was in isolation for 3.5 years. I was not available to the commune. no information was available to me. This became a great opportunity for people who were holding power posts. They made a small clique. It is just human. When you get an opportunity for $200 million in your hands, 5,000 sannyasins to work and to create the commune, absolutely committed and devoted. Because these 20 people were the heads of all the corporations, they could manage to bring things in. It was absolutely natural that the president of the commune would not be suspected of carrying bombs inside or carrying drugs inside. So she managed it. And they had an underground passage just under Sheila's bedroom, another room, and from that room, another facade of a jacuzzi bathroom, and from the bathroom, a long tunnel that opens at the airport. So from the airport directly you can carry anything. The poor dog will not be even aware what is happening. He will be waiting on the road. Because the topmost 20 all had committed crimes. And this is a basic principle of all criminal groups, that everybody should commit a crime. That makes the group completely solid. Nobody can expose it, because to expose it means exposing yourself too. You have also committed. So they manage that everybody commits something. And the whole commune was unaware. The things that they did were such that they could manage within those 20 people. One was a medical expert, one was an electronic expert, one was an electrician, one was a finance expert. So they could manage everything within themselves. For example, if sannyasins were told to dig ditches for telephone wires, they had no idea that within the telephone wires there are also wires which are going to bug hundreds of houses. 145 rooms of the hotel were bugged. Even my room was bugged. Many other houses, wherever they felt there may be people of independent mind, of free thinking, their houses were bugged. The sannyasins who managed to work had no idea except those two experts which were within the group. So the whole commune remained completely unaware of what they are doing. They were taping all the telephones. They had a very sophisticated mechanism which could tape all the telephone calls from Rajneeshpuram simultaneously. Even the FBI people were simply surprised. They had never seen such a sophisticated mechanism. And when they found bugging, they said that these people have far exceeded Nixon. For one bugging, the punishment is 5 years of imprisonment. And these people have bugged so many houses that 1,000 years of imprisonment will not be enough. This is from FBI experts. I am simply quoting. But these things were such that the sannyasins will not be aware. They saw the wires being stretched, but they could not think that they are bugging the houses. They thought it is electricity or telephone. They had no idea that people are being drugged in the food. The chief of the food department was part of the 20. Only the chief knew what was going on. That 3,000 street people that had been brought here were being drugged for 21 days continuously. Every food. They became almost zombies. The idea was that now whatsoever you say, they will do. They have lost their own thinking. They are not awake at all. They are almost asleep. But nobody in the restaurant had any idea what is happening except one person, the chief. Few of these 20 people tried to kill sannyasins. Sannyasins who were in any way dangerous to their clique, particularly sannyasins who were available to me in my isolation and silence, my personal physician, used to come for weekly check. Now they were afraid of the man, because he may inform me about something that is happening. They tried to poison him 4 times. And nobody believed the poor doctor, because everybody laughed that why anybody should poison you. There is no reason. He insisted. So finally they took him to bench, and there too the doctor said that there is no disease and there is no poison, but we suspect that a certain poison is there which is indetectable. And that was the poison my doctor was continuously telling, that is the poison that has been given to me in the tea, in the coffee. And when Sheila left, in her room he found literature on poison, on bombs, on snakes, on black spiders, and on the book about poisons, only that poison is underlined. The book describes it that it is indetectable if given in a certain dose. It does not kill the person immediately. You have to go on giving it at least few times. Within 6 months the person will go on getting more and more sick, will become more and more available to any infection, and will die almost a natural death. Nobody can suspect that he has been poisoned. But only one person, the medical person in the group, knew about it. The whole medical corporation was unaware. So the problem was that the secret was kept within those 20 people. And because they all were in some way or other involved in arson, in murder, they murdered one man, in attempts to murder, in taping the telephones, in bugging the houses, in drugging the street people. Just yesterday, one of the women who belonged to the group of the 20, she was not here when they left. She was coming from Australia. If she had come a day earlier, they would have taken her with themselves. She was supposed to come a day earlier, but somehow she got late and reached a day after. They all had left. Yesterday she informed me that I wanted many times to come to your house and to inform your caretaker, your doctor, or somebody who can take the message to you what is going on within this group of 20 people, what they are doing. But I was afraid that they will kill me. Immediately they will kill me. All 20 were afraid that they will be killed. Killing had become for them such a simple matter, very casual, of no importance. One woman came back from Seattle, from the group. She had gone, but she must have a certain conscience. She felt that to go with these people and to remain her whole life a criminal, guilty, hiding, it is better to go back to the commune and confess everything. And if there is a punishment, then it is better to take the punishment. At least that will be more dignified, rather than hiding like a criminal in Black Forest in Germany or in Switzerland, in the mountains. So she came back and she has given the testimony. Her testimony has lasted for 7 days continuously, because these people have committed so many crimes that it took 7 days for her to describe all these 4 years, how they did what they did, how they have been stealing files from government offices. She was the woman who drove 2 of the group to Vasco County office to burn the planning office building. And they burnt it. She drove them and she brought them back. She is the only eyewitness. Now, the day they left, immediately many others who had small informations, for example, in one of my morning discourses, where 10,000 sannyasins were present, in the crowd, one of the 20 injected the poison into my physician's body. He looked back. He could see the woman. He took his robe off. He showed to people. They saw the blood. They saw the mark of the needle. And one man said that he has seen the woman push the needle. And that was the woman the doctor himself has seen. But only when these people left, then that man gave his testimony that he was an eyewitness, not before that. They were afraid because if they can kill my personal physician, they can kill any sannyasin. They created a very great fear. They drove away harassed people who were more intelligent than themselves, more educated. The chancellor of the university, the vice chancellor of the university, many professors of the university, who had been with me for many more longer years than Sila and her group. They harassed them, they tried in every way to insult them. Finally, they had to leave. So they managed to draw people out. Whoever was suspected can create a trouble for them. Now we are receiving everyday letters and telephones from all over the world. All those people want to come because they have never left me. They have never left the commune. They have left because of this fascist group. And I was in isolation and in silence. I was not reading any book, any newspaper, television or radio. My only information was through Sila. And my only message to the commune was through her. So she managed whatsoever she wanted to say to the commune. She said it in my name. Now I am discovering that this was never my message. And whatever she wanted to tell me, she told me. Whether it was true or untrue did not matter because I was not going out. So it was really great opportunity for her to betray the commune, to betray a great trust, to betray love. And what she has gained, what those people's gang has gained, they have become criminals for their whole life. We have not lost anything. They have stolen money. But money does not matter much. I have millions of friends around the earth who can again give the money. That is not a problem. $43 million she has put in her own name in Switzerland in some bank account. But it will not be easy to take it out because how she is going to sow that money anywhere, in any way. She does not come from a rich family. She was just a hotel waitress. And she will end into being a hotel waitress again. I had made her almost a queen of a vast empire around the world. But she misused, took advantage. And not only that she misused the trust that I had given to her, she has insulted whole womanhood. I had so much respect for women, and I had given all power to women in the commune. For the simple reason because man has been running the society for thousands of years and has not succeeded to make it yet civilized, yet cultured, yet human. But Sila and her gang has proved beyond doubt, because all those women who are with her that it does not make any difference whether man rules the society or women rule the society. Power corrupts both in the same way. That power makes no distinction between men and women. So she has not only lost her own dignity, she has lost a friend of womankind. I have fought my whole life for women's liberation. I have fought for my all the years that the woman should be given more power than man, because she is more motherly, more loving. Perhaps she will not be so easily corrupted as man is corrupted, because man has not that love, that heart. Man is hard, functions more from the head. I used to think that if women had been in power, we would not have produced people like Genghis Khan, Timur Len, Nadir Shah, Adolf Hitler, Joseph Stalin, Benito Mussolini, Mao Zedong. But now I cannot say it with the same certainty. I think we would have created all these people. They would have been women, but there would have been no difference at all. So Sila and her group has been tremendously important to me, to my people. It has given a great insight and understanding. Now, I am no more interested that women should have power. It is better wherever they are. Because she proved far more cruel. Perhaps I can see it now. Why? Because I had seen only the woman's love, I forgot her jealousy. I had only seen her compassion, kindness, but I had forgotten that she has in the same quantity hatred, anger, violence. And perhaps she has more than man, because man has been using it, is almost spent, and she has been accumulating it for thousands of years. She is full of it, just a small opportunity. And there will be an Adolf Hitler, a Joseph Stalin, without delay. These women in Sheila's group were just ordinary human beings with no indication that they will prove murderous. Very loving, very nice, very polite. But behind that facade of lovingness, there must have been something boiling for centuries that exploded. In every way, the experiment has been rich. And we are far more healthier. They had to go. They knew it. Because she was asking me again and again, will you ever start speaking? I said, are you worried? I can start any day. I am just waiting for the right time. She was very insistent that it will be bad for my health. And everything is going perfectly well. Why you should unnecessarily trouble your body? You rest. But when I saw my own physician being given poison, my own caretaker being given poison. Then I said, it is time that I should come out of my isolation. And the moment I started speaking, the whole commune was joyous, dancing in the streets, except those 20 people. They were really very sad and shocked. Because once I started speaking, Sila had no power. All her power was because she was representing me. Now there was no need for any mediator. No representative was needed. I was in direct communion with the sannyasins. Since I started speaking, she started finding any excuse to go away. To Europe, to Australia, to India, to Singapore, to Japan. Any excuse that their commune needs me very much. And I could see the reason is not. The reason is she cannot come down from the ego that she has gathered in these 3.5 years. Now with me, she is just an ordinary sannyasin again. She has become the high priestess. I have been in my whole life teaching that organized religion is an enemy of man. And in 3.5 years, she managed to create an organized religion out of sannyasins. She wrote a book collecting my sayings, mixing it with her own interpretations, and managing it like a Christian catechism, calling it Rajneeshism. I have been always against all isms because they all become prisons sooner or later. I wanted my people to be free from any ism. Individuals, not cogs in a wheel, not part of any organization, but just lovingly living together. Not because they are ideologically believe in the same God, in the same philosophy, no, but simply because they are all seekers of truth. And everybody is searching his own truth in his own way. So I had called this a school of seekers, searchers, but I never wanted it to be an organized religion. She managed to make it an organized religion. She became the high priestess. She even made a dress like a high priestess should have, like the Pope. She was going even to the Assembly of Oregon when it starts its session and all religions can pray. She was going to pray there. She was praying there. I don't have any prayer because I don't have any God whom you can pray. And we are not a religion. So she did everything that was against me, and now she was afraid to face me. So for the last 3-4 months, she has not faced me. She used to come for 1 or 2 days, and she will send the message that I cannot come because I have cold. And because I am allergic to many things, cold, perfume, dust, smoke. So that is a good excuse. For 4 months, whenever she came back, she has cold. Even the last time she left here, she has informed me that I have cold, so I will stay 3-4 more days. When the cold is over, then I will come to you and explain my situation, how my mind is going. But that was simply a lie. She did not want me to know when she is leaving.